Hello and welcome back to this series. I am the question mark, and we continue with our Ayrton Senna Super Monaco GP career mode. We are into season 3. We're doing alright so far in season 3, but we have got Monaco next, which anybody who's been following along with the series will know is not going to be a pretty sight, frankly. But we give it a go anyway. As always, I'm anticipating that what will happen in this race is I'll work very hard to try and do my best, constantly on the brink of disaster, until finally it looks like I'm actually going to overcome my issues with the circuit until the last lap, where I'll head directly into either some tyres or an advertising board and crash out of the race, and all the work will be for nothing. That's what I'm anticipating, but who knows, we may see something different. And I can only hope, because I don't want to go through all that again. So 9th in qualifying for this one. Rival is Dufay for this one. I don't even remember if that's the same one I've been going up against. No, it's not. We've been going up against Tyrrell, haven't we, so far? So I'm going up against a Jordan. I do not imagine I'm going to win, but that was one of the reasons why I chose Jordan, right? Because we've chosen Tyrrell as the car I really want to take on next. So it makes sense to not face them head to head, although this has been a good start, as it so often is in Monaco, because I am much faster than everyone else around the majority of the track. It's just when we get to the next bit, when I mess up. Anyway, we're in 3rd at the moment, and we're going very well. So the other thing that I anticipate, because of this being Monaco and because of the likelihood of me crashing out, is that this will be the episode where we cover 4 different races. Now, that might not happen given how well I'm going at the moment. And then we have to bring the car to a standstill. We're still in 4th. We're still ahead of our rival though. So at the moment, I'm pleasantly surprised. But, you know, as I say, I really am not good at this track. And there's always the threat of crashing out around the corner. And we've dropped down to 7th. There's always the threat of that happening as well, especially if it happens on the last lap. That will be a major problem. Can't afford to do that every time though. You'll notice I go very quiet at the moments where I need to concentrate, and so this also might make for one of the more dull experiences. But again, I may have received feedback to the contrary, because people might be fed up with my inane ramblings as I inexpertly drive the cars around this the circuits of this game. Oh, we're just getting further and further away from our rival. We're just really not doing very well now. Down in 9th. Cars lining up to overtake me. Right, come on. Time to get serious now. I thought this race was going too well at the start. Okay, that wasn't too disastrous. Still 8.5 seconds behind my rival though. Some of that though will be made up very quickly through some of these turns. Well, that's how you do those turns. Losing a bit of time again to my rival. Made 2 seconds up in quick succession there. And there's plenty more where that came from. through the tunnel. Oh, I hit the wall. And that is definitely the last hope of me catching my rival gone. But you know what? I'll be happy to finish this race. I will. I'll take some real comfort in finishing it, knowing that I can finish it. Of course, I do have to still actually finish the race. And we're coming up to the last lap. And, well, we haven't completely disgraced ourselves. At least no more than we already have done in this series. Through the tunnel for the last time. We avoided that particular turn one more time. There's just one more bit of this lap that is a problem for me. And it's coming up. Through these two chicanes. A 7th place finish. I can live with that. I am happy. I finished Monaco. This is Super Monaco GP and I've finished the Monaco GP for the first time, I think, in this save. Still 6th in the championship. Team won't be happy with me, but I don't care. I feel pretty happy. I feel very positive after that. Canada next. We can do well on Canada. We just have to hope it's not raining. That is the key to this particular race. We're going up against Gould again, who we have already beaten twice. Yes, you better start taking me seriously. I say that every time. And it's raining. Well, maybe you don't need to take me seriously then, because when Canada's raining, I don't stand a chance. And that's why that is going to take me out, I think, at some point in this race. We may get a qualifying lap in. But yeah, I'm not feeling confident that we'll get a result. But I didn't feel particularly confident that I would finish in Monaco, and I did finish. And I only just finished outside the points, which I've got to be honest, is quite the surprise. So maybe we can still do okay here. We usually qualify quite well, 5th today. Usually do better than that in the dry. Gould is in 4th. He might beat me this time, and I'm concerned if he beats me whether Dardan will be annoyed with me, because that will be 3 out of 5 races where I've lost to my rival in this new season. I mean, it's been a better stint this time than it was last year with the team, and I'm in the lead somehow, which is going to give me a nosebleed and certainly put the pressure on. My rival's in 3rd. I think he'll drop further back than that as well. So we may have a little bit of leeway here. Wow, we're handling this very well at the moment. I'm just worried about the end of the lap. I'm going to slow down for this first turn after, sorry, the start of the lap. Not this one, the next one. Because I'm seriously concerned that I'm going to crash into that. But if I can stay in the lead here, then I see no reason why I can't ride this all the way. I mean, I'm struggling. I'm really trying not to get overexcited, but we are 10 seconds ahead of my rival right now. Hoping with that turn really well. Look at the gap we've got. We can certainly be conservative around that final turn, that first turn of the race. Wow, that was even better. I mean, the stakes are high now in terms of not crashing into that barrier, because I'm in the lead, and I'm significantly in the lead. I've gotten away from everybody. So there's no need for me to crash, and it just means the pressure's even higher. "16 seconds! Where has this come from? Where has this form come from? I have no idea. This has been an absolute miracle so far. 3 laps to go. 3 more times to avoid calamity. Nearly didn't avoid it that time, but we did. So look on the bright side. Oh, and there's another place I've got to avoid calamity. I think that's where I crashed previously on this, perhaps last season. I think this was the race which was the final straw for Dardan with me last year. I may be getting that wrong. I mean, I moved teams a lot, more often than I would have wanted, certainly in the downward direction anyway. Yeah, we've got so much time on everybody else here. This is a win so long as we can keep this on the track. Oh, that's perfect. Take that every day. Must be careful of that particular turn as well. We could even lap someone on this, the way we're going today. We might even lap someone. This will be a first in this career mode. Yeah, I mean, just ahead of me. It's going to actually cause me a little bit of bother here if he stays. If we get too close to him at the wrong time. But we got past him. No problem at all. Final lap. Last time.
Final lap.
Right, we've negotiated that one. Just this one more turn now. That was it. I decided to take it ultra slow because I've got the time to play with here. I don't need to take it fast at all. I can just get through it in one piece. This has been a miracle. I really did not expect this, especially when I saw the rain. But I wouldn't have expected it even in the dry, because we've just not been able to replicate this kind of form in the save at all so far. But it's a first victory. A first victory, that is massive. A win in the Dardan. 10 points, 10 precious championship points, puts us joint second in the championship. Already Ayrton Senna is walking away with this title. Well, Dardan cannot be anything but happy for me now. And there, the Tyrant team wants me. Tyrrell wants me. And I think we've got 1 or 2 favourable races coming up as well that I can really do some damage. Senna says a very high reliability, high performance racer. Save, definitely. So we are in Tyrant. We're joining the Tyrrell team. Mexico's up next, and we are going to go for Ferrari. Let's do it. Let's go for Ferrari. Jeremy's not been particularly good. Everybody other than Senna has been poor in the top group of drivers, and that's why Tyrrell have taken me on, because I've just won a race. They probably see me as the best chance of anybody actually challenging Senna for the title. And I mean, I'm not going to win the championship this year, but could we finish second? I think there's a distinct possibility we could. We just need to keep going in the way we did, you know, in Canada, which was a very good performance. This was the race where I think I was most gutted last season, because crashed out and should never have happened. It's Mexico. There's nowhere where I need to crash out on this race. So the fact that that happened was a real gutter. But 8th place, not a brilliant start to my time at Tyrrell. But I do find qualifying in this game is wildly inconsistent in terms of measuring how good you are at a particular track. Always take the opportunity to get the inside line. There. Not a great start, down in 8th again. Oh. Right, this has not been the start I wanted at Tyrrell at all. Down in 11th, so once again, danger of starting things off on the wrong foot with Tyrrell. Using all the slipstream I possibly can. Oh, I don't like it. Too close to the side. But got through it. Up to 7th. Now, what's his face is in 3rd. Jeremy is in 3rd, where we'd expect him to be as the 3rd best car. 5 seconds ahead of me. I mean, that's doable, right? That is totally doable. Up to 6th in the points. Less than 5 seconds now. It's coming down quick around this part of the track. I knew I was going to hit him then. Too many cars in a small bit of space for the way I drive. Up to 6th again. Still got the guy right behind me, right next to me, which is frustrating. Stay on the inside. Take the shortest line. Nice. Right, stay in 6th, but we are now 6.5 seconds behind Jeremy. I don't think we're going to catch him. We've got 3 laps left. I think we need 3 almost perfect laps to do it. That doesn't mean we're going to give up, because we want points. Championship points will still matter to me in this game. Definitely I'm going to do it now. Said I needed 3 perfect laps, and then that happened. And that is pretty much it for our hopes of catching the rival. I still think I can get 4th though in this race, and to be honest, that'll do. It's not great, not what I want, obviously, but there is like there feels like now an absolute dual purpose to what we're doing, which is A, to catch and beat my rival, but more importantly that, or just as importantly rather, is getting points in the championship. At the moment we're only getting 1 from this race. 5th would be the minimum I'd expect in this Tyrrell, being that it is the 5th best car. So let's at least do that, and then think about 4th. We're on the final lap. We'll have 1 chance to take 4th. And we've got it. So that has not been bad. If we'd have just been able to negotiate those two a bit better and a bit quicker, we might have had a chance today to catch Jeremy, but it didn't happen. We're going to finish 4th, which is not ideal on my first race of Tyrrell, being beaten by my rival, but it's still not a bad race. 3 points in the bag. Senna wins again. Joke have been really good this year, and I am joint 3rd in the championship, just 3 points off 2nd though. Me and Jeremy equal 3rd at the moment. Tyrrell looks like tough going out there. Have we driven for Tyrrell in this save already? Possibly. Anyway, Dardan has challenged me. Okay, so this is where Gould tries to come back at me. Yeah, let's do it. I understand. He wants his place back. So we are actually doing 7. We are going to do 4 races here, and I hadn't even thought about it, honestly. I didn't even think about it. I just carried on playing. That's how invested I am in this, where we are with this game now. Is that I didn't even think that was the 3 race limit just passed. So it looks like we're going to go for we're going to go for 4 races in this episode, which is fair enough. I don't think it matters too much. Just a slightly longer video coming out today. Now, as I said before, I don't know exactly how long this series is going to go on for. This is, what is it, episode 12 today, I think. And we're now in season 3, and we qualify in 9th, 10th in fact, so not a particularly good lap. Yeah, so the series will definitely have 15. You'll definitely have 15 episodes, which will of course, will be out by the end of this week that this comes out on. But I have started looking at what else I want to play. There are some... Well, I'm looking at a platform game, I think, next, which is obviously a very big departure from this, which probably won't be of particular interest to people who've enjoyed this series, which isn't the best way to build a channel. But I've just decided that we're freeform, we're just doing what we want to do. This is not, you know, not going to kill myself trying to produce content for things that I don't really want to play or really want to do. And I have no interest in doing other motorsport games. There's maybe one or two actually that I've got an interest in doing, but here's the rival in 5th. Gone round him. So we're doing alright. We're up to 5th place in this one. Yeah, so I'm looking at platform games, retro platform games, but even then I'm not committing to be a retro gamer. It's not necessarily the purpose of this channel. As I say, it's more about what I want to play, rather than worrying about any kind of theme or a specific destination for people to go. Still, if you have interest in a channel that could literally give you anything in the future, including more episodes of this, of course, then subscribe and like the video. Well, we're going up to 3rd, is it? Yes, up into 3rd place. This has been a very good race. I've barely concentrated at all whilst I've been talking to you. That has helped immensely. It's taken all the pressure off. We're in 3rd. I only wish we'd had this kind of performance in Mexico, to be honest, against a rival above me. That guy behind me, there he is, I could hear him all the way, and it was just absolutely doing my head in. So down to 5th, but certainly competitive in this race. And I think I can get 3rd. Five seconds from my rival. He's down in 7th. Don't think he's anything to worry about now. This is all about, can I get into the podium positions and can I avoid crashing out? Buzzing behind me again and I can't tell where he is. I hate it when that happens. You can't see in your mirror where the person is. It means he's right behind you, and a wrong step could result in another collision which puts you back. Not this time though. And we are on the tail of 3rd. There he is. Really not far away from me. We're in the slipstream as well. Come around this corner, up into 3rd, back down to 4th. We're in the slipstream. See if we can stay there. Oh, I'm going to have to go wide, which is not what I want to do at this point. But that will do nicely. So, we're in a very good place now. We're not going to catch 2nd. But a podium position would be very nice here. It's right behind me, this guy. Oh, I don't like it. Ah, I knew that was going to happen. When you can't see them, it's the worst. You can't tell where it is you're trying to avoid. So we're back down to 5th. And this is the final lap. We're going to have to really go some to catch him now. Still think I can do it. For some reason. Can't be that far ahead of me. We can at least take 4th though. Oh, dealt with him. Should now get 4th. We're not going to catch 3rd though, as I would like to. It was nice while it lasted. but I could not avoid hitting him, and he takes the podium place. But fourth is fine. I've beaten my rival, got 3 points in the points, continue my World Championship aspirations. So that is definitely going to be it for this episode. An extra specially long one, 25 minutes nearly I think this one's going to be in the end. We're still joint second in the championship with the Jordan. So these guys above me are really not performing at the moment. Meanwhile, we got a good performance. Keep up the good work, save that one. That is today's episode. We will be back where we've got Britain, Germany and Hungary in the next episode. So we'll catch you then.